Let's go see what Caesar's Legion is all about. I think that sounds the most interesting. So, into the north direction, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and take Bullhorn Ranch all the way east, I guess.
Holding my breath.
Moving east. This is this town over here. Also, must be. Go ahead and wait until daylight. Or early morning hours. Raided Farmstead. Let's see. Work with Caesar, the Kaiser. Vipers. Let's see if we can try to fight me. Holy shit. Last one.
You like that?
Destroyed. Well, we're moving on.
Hang on there, traveler. You'll want to steer clear of this place. The whole town's irradiated to high hell. I was stationed at Camp Searchlight before the incident. I've since taken it upon myself to keep travelers away from the area. Some legionaries snuck into the camp and set off some kind of radiation bomb. I don't know where they got it, but it was damn effective. Killed almost everyone and turned the rest into ghouls. I was out on patrol at the time, so I wasn't in the camp when it happened. There were a few others with me after it happened, including some of my superiors. Between radiation poisoning and attacks by the Legion, they all died out. I don't know, unfortunately. There may be clues somewhere inside the camp, but I'm not about to run in there to find out. Sure. Head north toward Novak. Look for a big dinosaur. Can't miss it. Because it's a far safer place to be than here. Sir?
Damn. Can't pass. Follow Ratty Eagle. So how are they getting across? I guess they're not taking the roads, huh? Some rat eggs. What do you guys say? You want to go ahead and try it out? You guys can't take rat signals.
Someone's looking to cash their chips early.
Oh, fuck. Any ghouls? Old trooper. So we got Legion here. Can I hit his fucking head?
Let's start
There
this
we go.
dance.
Bitch. It's crazy. Like, I have the highest perception. You're the fucking man. And then I didn't even fucking snipe people. This is a train dummy? This is a fucking real person. What the fuck? Long one.
Serving up some hurt.
Didn't fucking realize, man. Just the schoolhouse.
Bitch.
More than one person.
That how you wanna play, huh?
Legion has got to be in the big building that's locked, huh? The door's locked. This NCR building, maybe?
Let's kick this in gear. You're just in time for your ass whipped.
Fuck me, man. Looks like I might actually get fucked here. Let's just get the fuck out of here. Without critical rad sickness. Some more loud. Some of that. Ooh, that was tough, man. Hopefully you got some rat away over here.
Hey. Please, help me. Legion caught me. Said this was the penalty for drug runners. Please, let me down. Please, for the love of God, let me down. No, please, don't leave me here.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider? You wear the mark of Caesar. You must be who Cursor Lucullus is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
That was like Sasuke, wasn't it?
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Alright, here we are at Cottonwood Cove.
Hold your tongue, wastrel.
You're the one Lucullus said would come. You'll find him waiting for you down at the docks. Very well. A Legion outpost, what's it look like? We crossed the river when the profligates fled from Searchlight. From here, we stage raiding parties and process captures. I'm an officer of the Legion of the rank Decanus. When we encamped, I commanded a contubernium of 8 legionaries. So I command what's left, under the wise leadership of Centurion Aurelius, of course. As much as their cowardice will allow, the profligates avoid open battle, but on good days we find one of their patrols. Their landmines have caused us more trouble than their marksmanship, which is lacking. Are we done then? That would be worth knowing, especially if we can then rearm and reuse them. Go find a minefield and practice that trick several times then, idiot. Wale. True to Kaiser.
Move along. Awe, true to Caesar.
The mark of Caesar protects you.
I see you bear the mark of Caesar. Cursor Lucullus awaits you at the docks. Awe.
The mark of Caesar protects you.
They say Kaiser and Caesar. Like, what the fuck?
True to Caesar.
I'm really looking for some rataways. Running out of time.
Awe, true to Caesar.
A profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar. Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you at the docks. He'll take you to Caesar. It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors. Of course I am, you fool. I am a Centurion. When Vulpes Inculta drove the NCR from Searchlight by clever means, Caesar himself ordered me to set up this camp and harass the profligates. It's a modest presence, a single finger of the Legion reaching across the river's narrows. But with me here, it has an iron knuckle. As much as the profligates' cowardice will allow, they haven't found the balls to attack us here, but we catch them out on patrols. With 2 contubernia at my command, I've killed and captured 4 times my numbers. The killing of profligates should never go unrewarded. I'll pay you a small sum per tag. Go see Decanus Severus when you have tags, in that case. He watches over our stores. How many? So, you're getting some exercise. Killing one profligate is the work of a child. Was there something else you wanted to bother me with? Wale. Awe.
Need to find this guy he was talking about that watches over their stores. Is this dude over here, maybe? What do you think?
Not sure who this friend of yours is, but if he's looking down on Vegas, he's either God or the moon.
Must be talking about Caesar. I don't know. We're gonna go meet him and find out, though. We'll play both sides. Restroom. At least they have separate restrooms, I guess.
Awe, true to Caesar.
fuck? I feel like a guy that should be here. Fuck me.
True to Kaiser.
They all look the fucking same. Trying not to fucking leave.
Our way. True to
and come
Kaiser.
back, but I guess that's what we're going to do. Let's go see Doc. It's been a while, you know? Be able to walk, though. Who else is going to be able to walk?
Looking to step on your own grave?
What's this flag he's got in here? Doc, I need you, Doc. Doc,
How are you holding up?
terribly.
Don't look like...
Don't run away from me, Doc.
How are you holding up? Sure, I can help you out. Okay. How are you holding up?
Wait, I need
How are you holding up?
You don't have it right away. Alright, that's fine. Let's get out of here. Ugh. Is there a reason why they're all bunched up like this?
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
Look, I think you guys may have to stay here. We'll be on the beach. Come back.
All right. Get.
Awe, are you ready? You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor. All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough. You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest. The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Awe, true to Caesar.
Okay. Stop looking at me with those eyes, motherfucker. I suppose we're here at the fortification. Basically, the other side of the dam, huh?
True to Caesar.
Excuse me.
Huh, get to work, bitch. Where the fuck do they go? Oh, I guess it's like a door for them.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word. I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second-in-command, however. It was unpleasant. Shoot. No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona. Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off.
Interesting.
Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along.
So it looks like Caesar's Legion probably has New Mexico and Arizona. They don't like raiders, so they keep peace.
All right. He's the best the Legion has to offer. Or so the Legionaries say. Brute of a man. Wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though.
Sounds like a dick.
Have a look.
But he's just a traitor. You said they're fine as long as you don't sell them alcohol, which they took all my alcohol. Motherfuckers. God damn it. Wait, I still have absinthe though. No. They definitely did take all my alcohol. And my drugs, man. That's so fucked.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river. Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man.
Probably don't want to stay here long. These recruits or something?
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
The Mark of Caesar protects you.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
Fort drawbridge.
I'll wait. True to Caesar.
Watch yourself, profligate.
Watch yourself.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
What?
Such as? Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who asks to enter the arena, may be pitted against one or more opponents. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions. Most of the time, it's some young legionary trying to make a name for himself, hoping to get noticed by Caesar or the Praetorians. We pit slaves or prisoners against each other once in a while, but it's not much of a show. They're usually too reluctant to kill each other. I set up the fights, keep track of prisoners available, and make sure the arena's cleaned up. A great warrior. When he was but a recruit, I watched him kill 10 men in the arena with his bare hands. He doesn't feel pain, and he never ever shows mercy. If all legionaries were like him, the Legion would be invincible. It's not something we like to speak of. The Burned Man was our greatest warrior, even greater than Legate Lanius. But he failed Caesar at the dam. He's been dead for several years now. But the rumor is that Caesar has scouts out looking for him all the same. The Burned Man was a very tough man. That can be arranged. You will be facing off against a couple of disobedient slaves. Not much of a challenge, but it might be entertaining to watch. Remember the rules. Light armor and machetes only. And, of course, to the death. Good luck,
Profligate. They hardly even know how to fight.
You like that? You like that?
Slice up some slaves.
Help! Damn! A I'm just a slave. I'm not worth it.
As expected, it wasn't much of a fight, but what can you expect from slaves? There's a captured NCR trooper available, Sergeant Andrews. He's already been challenged. Careful in there. He's tougher than he looks.
Actual challenge.
Got you now. Get some! Get some!
They hardly even know how to fight.
I am victorious.
A good fight.
Alright, yeah, that's good enough now. Like, what am I getting out of this? Nothing, huh?
If you're injured, I might have healing powder to spare. What do you want to know? A small town in New Mexico. The Legion burned it a few years back. That's how I ended up here.
DJ, stop!
3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught. We're property. If you're too young or too old, the men usually leave you alone. Usually. All right. What about it? Do you have some advice? Oh, I've been using 2 roots for flour. Thanks to you, I'll be able to create twice as much healing powder per day. For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some healing powder every day, but you'd have to be a friend of the Legion. I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. Healing powders and all that. I'm always running low on Xanderroot. Plenty of Brock flowers, though. Yes? I can only do that if you're a friend of the Legion. I don't want to get crucified.
I already killed their dude for you.
A vengeful spirit. Some of the more superstitious women claim. He was a great leader of the Legion before he failed Caesar. The story says he was set on fire and thrown into the Grand Canyon, but his angry spirit rose from the ashes of his corpse, looking for revenge. Nonsense, probably, but there's no doubt that many in the Legion believe he's still alive somehow. The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it. Okay.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories. The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
You must enter Kaisar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? I mean, a man nearly kills you, and your response is to track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that.
Sure.
The question is, are you ready to get started? I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
Our way, true to Kaisar.
Our way. True to Kaisar.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Kaisar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Kaisar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Whiskey right in front of them.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again. Our way, true to Kaisar.
Oh shit, Mr. House.
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip. Was that meant to be a shocking revelation? Of course Caesar wants it destroyed. He's afraid of what the bunker might hold, and rightly so. But you're not going to do that. You're going to do the smart thing, and work for me. Fine. You'll receive a nice bonus when the work is done. And speaking of getting it done, the Platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order. Good. I won't hold you up any longer. Stop wasting time. Go upload the data on the platform.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force. access to them is unlawful. A lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised. Please clear the area until order has been restored. Do not make any further escape attempts.
God.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
Play by your rules for now. Now what do I say to the Legion?
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again. You're free to... Awe, true to Caesar.
I suspect you'll be a valuable asset to the Legion.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you. It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science. What did you want to know? My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my Legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent. Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years. What else did you want to know? Vulpes is the best of my Frumentari. A remarkable individual from an unremarkable tribe south of the Utah. He was brought into the Legion as a boy. Survived training. Fought well enough as a legionary to be promoted to the rank of Decanus. Then in battle against an unimportant tribe, he broke ranks and led his contubernium through a hole in their defenses to capture its chieftain. Well, his Centurion wanted him crucified for disobedience, so I made him a Frumentari. Whatever I require, infiltration, assassination, dramatic atrocities to break the spirit of the enemy, etc. They're mentally flexible. They operate behind enemy lines for extended periods, imitating the enemy's customs without becoming sullied. In all these things, Vulpes is a master. What? Good. Don't know what kind of security he has inside the Lucky 38, but if you can find a way of catching him off guard, do so.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion to get an audience with Caesar. We recently obtained an artillery weapon, but we don't have the part or the skill to fix it. The best marksmen of the NCR are usually at the rear of any battle. The gun will allow... The tribe calling themselves the Boomers is obsessed with such weapons, I've been told. You could probably find a spare firing mechanism there. He's the best warrior in the Legion. A full legionary by the time he was 12, he's never lost a battle. Had the Legate been in command during the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Legion would have won. I have no doubt about that. No, Legate Lanius is Caesar's second. The Legate replaced the Burned Man after the Legion's defeat at the Dam several years ago. The Burned Man was Caesar's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the Dam. On Caesar's orders, the Burned Man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Caesar has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again. And so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man.
Interesting.
It's a tradition in the Praetorians to specialize in unarmed combat, because weapons can break or jam when needed most. However, our unarmed techniques favor offense over defense. We can charge the enemy and flatten him with our first strike before he can react.
Interesting.
I'll answer if I can. When I was a boy, the Legion conquered my tribe. I was chosen for training as a legionary. I fought in many battles for the Legion. Eventually, Caesar chose me to lead his Praetorian Guard. It was a great honor. We were savages. The Legion raised us up, made us better than what we were. Girls and women were enslaved, and many of the men and boys were also chosen to become legionaries. The rest were killed. What?
Our way, true to Caesar.
Make sure there's not anything else I can grab here.
Was there more for us to discuss? There's a gambler, Martina Grosbeck, who has a knack for learning other people's secrets and passing that information along for a price. The Omertas, who run Gomorrah, have become suspicious of Martina's frequent visits to their casino. Soon they'll pay her a visit of their own. Good. Martina frequents the Vault 21 gift shop on the Strip. Hurry along, and she still may be in one piece by the time you get there.
Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was...
Good morning. This ain't your business. Walk off and forget you saw anything. Shit. Look, we're just following orders. We, need to take this up with the boss. Mora is always open for business.
Thank you. They were going to kill me. Oh, okay. I may have overheard some things at Gamora that I passed on to the NCR. That's all, honest. What? I only talked to Captain Curtis over at McCarran. I would never work at Slavers, honest. No. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not listening through doors or sneaking around or anything. People talk out loud, and I just pay attention. The NCR likes to keep tabs on the activities of the families, and they pay me good caps to hang around the casinos and keep my ears open. It isn't normally. The NCR wanted me to just gamble and listen, nothing else. Okay. I do odd jobs here and there, usually helping Sarah keep the vault tidy. I came to New Vegas to be a professional gambler. Too bad for me that the professional part isn't working out so good, but I love gambling, so I'm here to stay on the strip until they kick me out. Goodbye.
Welcome. The way out. Useless.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. Your
Our way, true to Caesar.
You're slowing down. Pick it up. I'm harsh on the children.
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Yeah.
What do you need from me?
I want to fight again.
Aha! Yeah!
It's a ranger. victorious. Get her head.
Unbelievable. You stood against a ranger in single combat and survived. Go.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful. I didn't think anyone could kill an NCR ranger in single combat.
Was there more for us to discuss? I know the captain well. If you wish to be of service, go talk to him. Bear in mind that you are now responsible for guarding the secret of his true allegiance. If the NCR finds out, we'll know how that happened. Excellent. Had you simply killed them, the Omertas would have sent another group after Martina eventually. You've saved me the trouble of coming up with a more permanent solution. And Martina is free to go about her business as usual. Well done. To call Lemillus ferocious would be an understatement. In battle, he seizes the enemy in his jaws and will not let go. He thinks nothing of suffering losses, so long as the enemy suffers more. Though unsubtle, he is not dim. He detects traps and sets his own. Be glad you will not have to face his judgment. If you are true to Caesar. Ah, yes. We are forbidden from speaking his true name. He was a shaman of some kind before he met Caesar, a holy man from out of the Utah. The Burn Man proved dangerous, unpredictable, and impossible to kill. He helped Caesar form the Legion, but almost led it to destruction. Wale.
Keep making me get naked, bro.
Let's hit the road. Careful where you flash that chip of yours. Not sure what kind of cat.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Christ, keep it down. You want to blow the whole thing? We've worked years for this. But maybe it's good for you here. Shu knows about the leaks, and I'm supposed to find the spy for him. At first, I couldn't believe my luck, but since I haven't produced results, for obvious reasons, I feel him looking at me differently now. Maybe he's just thinking about putting someone else in charge. Maybe he's starting to suspect. Either way, it's bad for me. Especially once this next part goes down. Took me 3.5 years just to make captain. Usually takes 4, but I made sure there was an early vacancy. Caesar sees threats before they're even aware of them. He sent me long before we moved to occupy the eastern riverbank. And now all my work, all the waiting, is about to pay off. If you haven't noticed, the NCR bolsters its presence on the strip from here. Sends troopers on the monorail in shifts. The monorail lets them occupy 2 positions for the price of 1. It's a supply line that's immune to raiders and other hindrances on the ground. If someone were to cut that line, both positions would be much weaker, fragile. They know this, and they watch it like hawks. But I've been here a long time, and I've learned everything there is to know about it, and I'm going to blow up that train. I told you. I think they're starting to suspect me. You're going to help me cast away those suspicions. You're going to put the bomb on that train. I'll be sure to be in the presence of several reliable eyewitnesses when it happens. Then, we're going to pin this on a scapegoat. I plan on disappearing after this operation. It'd be a matter of time before they trace it to me. Figured out I was a frumentarius. But with your help, maybe I can stay on after all. Make plans for something grander. No. I wouldn't do that. Not unless I didn't have better options anyway. And I do. I have the explosive stash in a trash can, next to the ticketing counter, along with some incriminating documents. You'll pick them up and make your way upstairs to the monorail terminal. They change the guard there at 0900 and 1800 hours. There'll be a small window where there's no one guarding the train. Put the bomb in one of the vents inside the train on the back wall, towards the joint that connects the cars. Arm it, and get out of there. I've also left some bomb ingredients in with the explosives. You're to take those to the footlocker of Private Crenshaw. Crenshaw's a problem child. Lots of run-ins with his superiors. It'll be easy for them to believe he's working for the Legion. Report him to Colonel Shu. Do all that and we should be free and clear. Oh, and Crenshaw should be dead before you report him. Don't leave any chance for him to deny the bombings. Let's say he pulled a gun on you. I've got him on guard duty patrolling the tarmac just inside the south gate, and I reassigned the other guard, so he should be alone. His footlocker's in the barracks in the main concourse. Good. Try to plant the explosives quietly if you can. You'll make both our lives easier. But first things first. Go offer your services to Colonel Shu. Tell him you'll work independently to find the leak. He's running out of options. He'll accept as long as you don't give him a reason not to. If he doesn't, then don't be surprised if you're the new scapegoat. So don't fuck this up. He's stationed just inside the south wall of the base. Should be on patrol.
Oh shit. They have their own fucking power armor.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes me wish for a nuclear winter.
No shoulder pads.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before.
What brings you to Camp McCarran? You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Jesus.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building. Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear...
Sorry.
You had your chance.
Sorry, no civilians on the monorail. Any closer?
Let me guess. You got... Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps, the Datrios... Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. Shit. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done. Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably like... Hey.
Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Nah, I'm just kidding. This has to be the most worthless patrol duty on the whole base. They never attack this gate. They just put me back here because they don't think I can handle anything else. Really? That's great. I was getting so sick of this. What are you doing?
Hide the body.
Let's deal. Let's deal.
Give me that, please. There's something like in the supply shop. There's totally a fucking guard up there. You.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier. Take your pick.
Bad guys won't see.
I don't know what else was in there, to be honest with you.
He is coming.
We should figure out how to get into the monorail. You should let me in if I'm...
Go right ahead, Trooper.
The train is about to depart. Please keep...
The ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
Yes? What is it? What? Who? Crenshaw. I've met Crenshaw at his disciplinary hearing. Still, this is hard to imagine. He was just a prankster. If If only we'd caught this sooner, before he got to the monorail. Still, this investigation has been valuable to us, and you deserve to be compensated for it. The NCR appreciates the work you've done. Will there be anything else?
Well? Perfect. This has turned out better than I'd ever imagined. This will pay dividends for the Legion for a long time to come. I was with Shu when the bomb went off. He'll never think to investigate me for it. I'll make sure Caesar himself hears about your success today. And take this, courtesy of the NCR. I'm sure they won't miss it. Later.
That seems to have worked out.
Another kill to my
Might as well be shooting twice.
Oh shit. I forgot. I'm dressed as a fucking...
By order of alcohol and all chems. I know not why Caesar would wish to speak with such a physically inferior whelp, but I will allow this one exception. You may bear Caesar's mark, but do not attempt to share any of your medicine with anyone in the fort. Your Awe, true to Caesar.
proved yourself useful, at least.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
You must enter Caesar's tent. You must enter Caesar's tent.
sitting tight.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man.
Was there more for us to discuss? I know the
Again.
Until Mr. House has
Yes. Do you have...
been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about.
Let's hit the road.
Okay, so I think we're pretty much done here.